What will happen to them if foreign combat troops leave Afghanistan as planned after 2014? Who will pay for their security? Thousands of miles away, behind closed doors in a well-secured summit site in Chicago, these leaders will be asked that question. The need, at least $4 billion. How much of that will the U.S. provide? They didn't say, they didn't ask. But the U.S. is expected to pick up the bulk of the costs. Still, they're trying to highlight what everyone else is going to pay.
From the United Kingdom with $110 million a year, Australia at $100 million a year, Germany at $195 million a year. These are leading countries. There are many others.
The entire conference, from the U.S. perspective, will be about money and how much other countries are willing to pay, not just for Afghanistan, but to keep the NATO alliance alive. Its demise, a real possibility, according to the last U.S. Defense Secretary.
What I've sketched out is the real possibility for a dim, if not dismal, future for the transatlantic alliance.
The U.S. has complained for decades it pays too much for the cost of NATO, about a quarter of the total budget. Libya, they say, a perfect example of the problem. Behind the public claims of success, the Allies admit they ran out of bombs. The U.S. wants them to buy more. But now many European leaders are more worried about the fights closer to home, with the economic crisis, asking these governments to spend the money they do have on military hardware, likely a hard sell.
Because NATO has been so successful in keeping the peace in Europe, they have narrowed their vision and saying, well, my particular block in the neighborhood is safe.
Experts don't expect the U.S. will make up any budget gap as it turns its focus to another neighborhood, Asia.
The relative balance in the U.S. spending on defense is going to increasingly be in Asia. And whether that means that the security of Europe is deteriorated in the process, I don't think we know. I mean, I think in the short run, the Europeans are right. They don't face any immediate land war threats.
No threat for the Europeans, but U.S. officials very publicly say you can't say the same for the NATO alliance. Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.